Just as you're turning, the two of you are turning with the last of your luggage, a bright light flashes. I hate poof bamf, but at least I provided a story to it. And this is when I'm going to go back and kind of reread the last part of a story for the other three. Okay. Find the tree in this orchard, Rios called to all of them, and in following with, Nightbird, please free these animals so they may return to their master. Katana slid into place as Wakizashi came free, the short being used as the right tool for the job, as Nightbird began cutting leather straps in multiple places, then slapping the rears of the steeds to let them know they were free, though they continued wearing the yokes provided in Forgiveness. Forgiveness was the name of the small town, or small city, kind of large town. As she joined the rest in searching for the tree, the horses disappeared into the night. As they walked and attempted to see what they could, the ground was very lumpy, as were all the trees in the grove, skulls and faces, bones from various body parts to the freshest of flesh all around them, enough to make them all ill, though not necessarily vomitous for the moment. This was a different type of field of death, and all of them were able to relate to what might be powering any dim thread tree here. Artorius concentrated for a moment in the looking, the greatest desire to leave this place possible inside his chest, and, with his elf sight, caught the faintest glow. Running in that direction, avoiding stepping on the remains of the dead as much as he possibly could, he found a tree that was split wide down the middle, open on one side, a golden beam of energy shooting vertically the length of the massive oak tree. The glow from inside the tree caught all of the tree's innards, and it appeared to be breathing. Here, he spoke in confidence, and all looked to him and ran. Even as he had called out, though, some manner of massive thing could be seen moving in the darkness to the right of the Storm Knights. It took time to get up to speed. Some manner of behemoth unknown to them, perfectly shaped blades merged with various body parts glowing in whatever light would glint from them, an unholy red fire showing in its 16 eyelets on its head and across its chest as it advanced. Artorius had been in the process of casting a spell, and, just as the rest joined him, he moved them on into the body of the tree and loosed a fireball at the behemoth. The others had turned and dragged him into the body of the tree with them as it impacted on the massive creature, which decidedly was not a gossbog. Pain racked their collective bodies as they were dissolved in a fiery acid, though they did not die just then. Indeed, they fell into an airport, into a terminal at the airport, and as the portal closed, let me get back to this. As the portal closed, a rather massive, hairy, plant-like, muscled limb, roughly the length of Artorius' body, and he's the tall one, lands right beside the elf. Now, this is where you all come together.
Boy.
That's something, isn't it? So, the portal has closed. Rios, Nightbird, and Artorius, all three of you feel the axiom shift around you as you land on the solid hard floor of a place that you've never been to, any of the three of you. Although Nightbird could probably be known to have been through one or two airports in her time. What do the three of you do?
Certainly be familiar with Hartsfield and Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Since you had me originate there. Did I land on my feet?
No, none of you land on your feet because you went through backwards, but immediately after you went through backwards, it felt like you were falling. That your body was more or less horizontal and that you were falling. It lasted probably 10 or 15 seconds. But when you land, you notice you've taken no damage, except maybe a bit lip or a sore muscle, or it's like Nightbird's armor has a little crack in it. You probably feel that in your ribs.
Does Just wondering if I can tumble or roll my feet. Or
You know what? Give it a shot. If that's what you want to try and do.
Yeah.
Listen, it's going to be a penalty of 4 because of serious disorientation. But,
I mean, that's fine.
okay.
It sure would look impressive if he managed it.
I mean, that is her thing.
Yeah, if there is any character in the group, in the entire group, that could land on her feet, it would be Nightbird. So, do you know how to roll in the game, right?
Click on the skill.
Yeah, you can. Okay, if you hit Shift and click on the skill, let's call it. Okay, you don't have any kind of athletics. Ooh, let's make this a mini on 1 roll. Okay. The first aspect is rolling your mind to see if you can find an orientation. And that is going to be only a +2, a penalty of 2. And then let's see, we'll make it an unarmed combat roll, but it's going to have a total penalty of 6 because you're doing a second check in a mini on 1 roll. Okay, so give me a d20 roll. Just like you said, you can either shift and click the skill to get the enhanced skill check, so that you can set target numbers and everything like that, or you can just roll it and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So what do you want me to set on this thing?
Okay, so I'm going to click open.
There's a lot of stuff on this.
Yes, there is. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Which one did you hit shift click on?
Unarmed combat.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do that because we're going to figure it out anyway. Okay, so your total difficulty is going to be a 16. Okay, so you would change the difficulty to 16. No bonuses right now. Walking. Multi-action penalty, I want you to click on the second action.
Okay.
And that will allow you the penalty of 2. That'll take that into account.
I do have whirlwind.
Okay. No. Whirlwind is to reduce your multi-target penalty, not your multi-action penalty. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see, and then other modifiers. Okay, go ahead and hit the roll. Now wait a minute, hold on. Why are we adding destiny cards and discarding stuff?
0 cards, and I had an Isle Destiny card.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, Cosm card in my hand.
Wait a minute. You guys still got cards in your hands?
I had none, so I drew.
Oh, okay. You drew 4 each, right?
Yeah, I drew 4 from the Destiny deck. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what card.
But then you discarded a Loot the Body.
Yeah, that's a Cosm card, an Isle Cosm card. We're not an Isle.
Oh, yeah, we're not an Isle. Okay, good call. But you should be able to.
I haven't taken my cards yet. Should I?
Well, you took 1 card.
I did that by accident.
Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and draw your other 3, and then if you have not yet drawn a Core Earth Cosm card, go ahead and draw a Core Earth Cosm card. Okay, so Ross, you've got a standard success. Let me make sure you're.
I don't have any cards. So.
Well, I'm going to get you guys cards here in just a minute. I'll show you how to do it. And I've got one more.
19. So.
Okay. I've got one more card to show you guys after that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open up the bonus chart, okay, and show it to everybody. Okay, for everybody out there, Ross just rolled a 19. So when you're looking on this bonus chart, and you generally don't have to, but if we have to do things manually, this is where you'll come. And it's in the game general information under the journal entries. He rolled a 19, so that gives him a bonus of 6. Okay, so his total requirement for the mind check was a 12. Okay, we've got to take these individually. Okay, so let's see. It was Oh, which one did we use? It was... Okay, I guess it was just mind. So your mind is an 8, plus 6, that's 14. So you passed that check, no problem. The second check was an unarmed combat test, and that is 14 only plus 4, but you needed a total of 16, so you beat that one. So you're going to love this. Nightbird lands on her feet, but let me explain to Rios and Artorias, this is what she does. Okay, this is her thing. She is a fighter absolutely at heart. So if you guys also want to try and land on your feet, it's going to be expensive. Okay?
I'm pretty sure I'd be a little clumsy as a magic user, so I think it'd be funny for me to just fall on the ground on my butt.
Okay. And Rios?
I think I'll just do my best to fall gracefully.
Okay, you have that bustle dress on, that Victorian bustle dress, so you've got some cushion. And Andon actually lands face first, left arm forward. The 450 Nitro Express skitters all the way against the wall. Okay, now I'm going to kind of go down the list here, or go up the list, and figure out what everybody wants, and then we're going to do cards for Rios, Artorias, and Nightbird after that. Nightbird, what, if anything, are you doing?
Well, I'm going to land on my feet,
Mm-hmm.
put my hand on my katana hilt, and look around for enemies, since I knew there was some creature coming at us when we went into the portal.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
So I'm preparing for a fight.
Okay, that's a good way to be.
To defend my friends.
Yeah, that's a good way to be. But the arm that you see, you kind of look around and clear your baffles, so to speak. And when you look around, you see this humongous arm on the ground. Again, it's kind of got some really green, fleshy undertones, but it's got a lot of hair on it. We're talking bristly, dog thickness hair. Okay. Yeah, and it is bleeding a sort of a blue ichor out of what would have been the shoulder onto the floor. Artorias.
Look around for the rest of it.
Okay. Well, all of your recent acquisitions as fellow Storm Knights are there. Okay. Everybody's safe if a bit bruised, whether by ego or by skin.
Well, I was concerned about the creature.
The rest of the
Oh no, the creature is done. That's the only thing you see is that arm.
Alright, well, I'm gonna look at them. Taking the area. Whatever.
Okay, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get back to that in just a minute, so that we can see who all recognizes who by Storm Knight or Stormer, or just by profession. Okay, Artorias.
I just want to say I wish I knew Elvin, because that would have been cool for this, but I think my character in Elvin would just kind of like shout a statement and like, that was an uncomfortable landing. Goodness gracious. Kind of look over at the arm.
You look over at the arm and you spout that in Elvish, and it's 4 months into the war. People are really, they're kind of surprised by what's going on, but only because of how instantaneous it happened. Other than that, they look at all of the weird people in the room, the strangely dressed or strangely speaking, and are like, okay. The world has changed that much. Okay.
Does that mean I can still have my axe on in the airport?
Yeah. All of your stuff is there. You're a member of the Delphi Council. In fact, all 5 of you are members of the Delphi Council, so you'll have your stuff there. So anything else, Artorias?
Stand up and kind of brush myself off.
Okay.
Kind of take a look at my surroundings.
Okay, fair enough. You see that Nightbird is there, and she is very she's paying some great attention. I forgot the word for it. My dictionary went away.
I'm basically ready for a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on guard basically, and looking around and just being protective.
I think I think at this point, kind of all of you are on guard.
Since we're far away here, basically.
Because I mean, Artorias is a cloth wearer. If anybody's going to die from a big, nasty, horrible creature, it's going to be Artorias. You're welcome, Remy.
I've got a little bit of leather, thank you, but not much. It's not much. Comes with being a spellcaster.
Okay, Rios, you're up.
All right, I stand, brush off my skirts, take a look about, and then place one foot on the severed arm and say, "Worry not, everyone. This creature has been dealt with. You are safe."
Nice.
I get this. I claim this land in the name of Spain kind of vibe.
I just look at you. The only thing you can see is like my eyes through the mask and helm, and they light.
But you feel the glare.
Determined and like I'm angry, but like
You kind of glare at him.
Glory.
I like the way you say, I'm the one that hit it with the fireball, so you're welcome, bud.
My
credit.
Rios, what about Andon?
I'm kind of glancing around looking for him, but do I see him?
Oh yeah. He's laying on the floor, face down. Like I said, his 450 nitro has skittered all the way across this wide area and landed unceremoniously against the wall.
All right. Well, I make my way over to him and kind of check him over to see if he's, in any state to be getting up anytime soon.
I'll go grab his weapon from him.
Thank you, my lady. I'm well enough. I will heal. And he tried.
Offer a hand out to either the elf or the Andon, whoever is closest.
Okay. Actually, you're quite a little ways away. Probably a good 10 feet. You could probably walk up and help. I think it's the way I've got it pictured in my brain is it's probably Artorias that would be closest, and then the arm of whatever creature that was would be between him and Rios. Then after Rios to the left, you've got Nightbird, and then to the left of Nightbird and probably about a good 5 or 6 feet past him is Andon. So yeah, you can actually reach out to help Artorias if you wish.
I reach out a hand and offer him a hand up. You're far from home, elf.
I take it. I certainly am. Didn't have quite as voracious adventures back at home, but nothing wrong with a little bit of travel.
It spans your horizons, yes. That yours? I'm pointing to the arm.
No, that's from a creature I attacked before being pulled through, but not my arm, really, no.
Okay, Peaches, hang on just a minute. I'm gonna come around with another round because I need kind of a find test, maybe, but not right now. I want to finish up with Chris real quick for this round, and then we'll get to that. Oh, Chris, are you muted?
No. So, after the bright flash of light, Chris' first instinct was kind of go behind the conveyor belt thing and then lift up the suitcase with telekinesis just in case a fight was about to break out and could use it as a sledgehammer pretty much. After realizing that they aren't a threat, he slowly lifts it back down.
Okay.
Doesn't leave his to cover, but he's brought down the suitcase.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so That being said, for for Catherine and Remington, do you think either of you need to kind of make a dice roll to get things familiar? With
What would I even roll for right now?
well, it's going to be a find test. And that would be for everybody. Basically, what I was going to have you do is see if you recognize other Storm Knights. I think that's kind of foolish to do. But if either of our two newer players, because Ross makes dice rolls all over the place all the time. So if Kat and Remy would like to, kind of make a dice roll, don't make the private dice rolls, please. I need to be able to see.
No, you're good. You're good. So what would we have to do for that?
So you
for
would
the find test.
you can double click on your token to open up your character sheet.
Oh, I've
Okay.
already got
You
mine
can
open.
do that? What?
Yes, you can double click to open your character sheet. And then
I just manually do mine every time.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
Don't forget, you can double click in your blue bar just to shrink down the character sheet, but keep it on the canvas if you want to. There's all kinds of neat crap going on.
What? Oh my gosh!
Uh-huh. That's the
Oh,
neat
that's so
stuff.
cool.
Right? I know. I'm gonna say this because these guys deserve props. Matt, Ruano, Al Gore, Helmet, and Orome, all of our guys that have been working so hard on this Torg game system have just done some amazing, amazing things with them. And more amazing is coming. In fact, I'm going to show you the more amazing in a couple of minutes. But if you want to make die rolls, it's going to be in your skills section. And don't forget, if you click on skills, that will expand your skills section with all of the skills.
Right.
And then if you click on it again, it shrinks it down. Okay. Now you can find your skill under other and just click on that. It doesn't need an enhanced check, but if you hit shift and find, it'll open up the enhanced check window, which allows you to do all kinds of modifiers and stuff. And then you can just click on find and it'll roll. If you went to the enhanced check window, you have to do kind of an enhanced check thing. So Rios, your action total was
Did I accidentally roll 3 times?
Hold on. Yeah, you accidentally rolled 3 times. Sometimes the system is a bit slow, but that's more about Foundry than it is the Torg game system. So your first roll was a 9. That means that your bonus to your find skill was -2. Now, I don't have your find right now, but I presume that it is 7. Is your find total 7?
Find total is 11.
On your character sheet. Oh, it's an 11? -2 equals 9. So your action total is a 9. Okay? So you do not succeed, or I would say you do not normally succeed, or would not normally succeed with seeing these other Storm Knights here, kind of conveniently placed to catch you. Well, not catch, but we will go through some of these other things as we're playing the game. As for skill checks, so just kind of be patient with me, and I'll be patient with you, and we'll get everything done. Same thing goes for you, Ross. There's a lot of changes in this game system over what you've played before. So Remy, if you want to roll, go ahead and roll.
I don't see find on my character sheet.
Okay, then that defaults to mind. So go up to your attributes and click on mind.
All right.
I don't think you can shift click on my 17. That gets you an action total of 13. So that's pretty nice. Okay. Woo. It's saying your attribute is 9. Your attribute's not 9 for mind. It's 8. That's weird.
Not on my sheet.
Oh, that's not. Oh, yep. Okay. Sorry. I'm looking at a different character. That's my fault.
Hey, you're completely fine. It happens to everyone.
For our audience out there, forgive my faux pas. I do this too often. Anyway, so your action total comes out to be 13, which would be well enough to recognize that there are other Storm Knights here. Ross, I'm not going to have you roll for Nightbird. You pretty much take in your entire scene and understand what's going on. There are a whole bunch of Ords around here, but there are 2 Storm Knights that have their baggage fresh. Now, for everyone, we're going to get you some cards. So open up your character sheets. If you've already gotten your cards, don't worry about this because you know what's going on. But open up for Rios, Artorias, and Nightbird. Open up your character sheet, and in the upper right-hand corner on the Stats tab, which is the top tab, it should be the default. You've got the open hand, okay, and it looks like a hand holding 4 cards. Go ahead and click that to open it.
All right.
All right.
It says I don't have the right permissions.
Okay, wait a
Same
minute.
here.
Okay, hold on. Okay, then I know what I did wrong, and I can change that. Most tick. Storm Knights, Possibility War, Artorias, configure permissions. Let's see. Is that Artorias? Yeah, that's Artorias. Remington is the owner. Save changes. Okay, I'm gonna check. Okay, Mo can actually go into inactive knights for now. Let's see, Chris, I'm going to make sure about your permissions. You know what? I have everybody as default or default observer, and then you as owner. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that so you guys can kind of look at one another's card hands. You get to look at one another's pools. You know what? Let's take a poll. What do you guys think? Should you be able to look at one another's card hands or keep them private from one another?
I don't mind sharing my hand view.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind either.
Just in
I mean, I don't
case
care.
somebody has like questions about a card that they have, we should be able to show each other our cards.
I mean, we're supposed to be a team, right?
That's right.
Trading,
Yeah.
right?
That is
That's
absolutely
fair.
right.
That's
So, okay, so that's how I'm going to configure all these permissions, is everybody gets observer except for the owner, who is going to be marked owner. So, hang on just a moment. Configure permissions, observer, and where is Ross? Okay, owner, changes, Peaches, I want to double check and make sure yours are good. Observer and Ginger, owner. Okay, save changes, and then Rios. Configure permissions, everybody observer, and then Catherine, owner. Save changes. Okay, you guys should be able to open your card hands now.
Ah.
Okay. Now, for Connor and Ginger, I want you to open up your card hands as well because I'm about to show you something. Click on, okay, for those of you who need to draw cards, click on Draw Destiny 4 times. That's going to draw 4 Destiny cards for you. And then I want to see what Draw Cosm does. Draw Cosm, okay, perfect. Under Draw Cosm, you're going to see the Select Cosm deck and you'll have a drop down. Okay, it gives you the various realities that are out there. You want to stay with the Core Earth Cosm deck for right now. Okay, and click on Draw just once. Oh, why did I do that? I need to discard that Show to all players, pass to, and discard. Actually, you know what? I need to keep that open. Okay, for all of you. Okay, look at your topmost card. You're going to see a picture of the card, and if you run your cursor over the top of it, it pops open a large version of that card so you can read it. Okay, now some of you may have cards that say play instantly or trade card, or if you don't believe this card will be useful, like the romance card. Okay, you can attempt to trade it off. If the GM says hold on to it, though, hold on to it because there's something coming that might be useful. So like I've got rousing speech. When I run my cursor over it, it says make a short speech designed to inspire allies. If played during combat, the speech is a simple action. The speaker and everyone who can hear her gains 2 possibilities, and that's my Core Earth card.
That's the same one I got.
That's the same one you got? Okay, cool. Yep. I may have to go back in and check how the cards are being dealt with then, because yours has a picture of, in the upper right hand corner, someone in a brown jacket with a yellow shirt is holding up their left hand next to a fire.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I've got to go and make sure that these do not are not set so that happens. But that's cool because that means that that you got a card that was pretty handy out of a deck of 10. Now, the name of the card is in the next column over. Mine is Rousing Speech, of course. Next to that, you have the type of card, which is Cosm, or you'll have cards that say Destiny. You should have 4 cards that say Destiny and 1 that says Cosm. Okay. Now go over to the icons under Actions. That very first one that looks like a play button and it says play, that will allow you to put it into the chat window so that it can be played. Don't play it until you need to, but I'll show you an example in a minute. Okay. The next one to that, which looks like an A with speakers, is show to all players. When I click on that, you guys should all be able to see Rousing Speech right now. Okay, if anybody doesn't see Rousing Speech, let me know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that. You can feel free to close yours too. The next icon over is Pass To. It looks like a square box with an arrow coming out of it. Pass To, if you click on that, means that you can pass to another character. Now, you'll notice that there are things in here like active drama card at the very top that should not be there. You've also got character names from other games that are being played of Torg. Okay? But if you guys go to trade cards, that's where you're going to go to, and I'll explain trading in a minute. And then the last icon on the right is to discard. That will send the card to the proper discard pile. In this case, the Core Earth Cosm discard pile. Okay, all cards are marked specific to their Cosm pile. Now, this game, as Ross pointed out earlier, is a very cooperative game. When you are not in combat rounds, and we'll get to combat rounds later, but when you are not in combat rounds, you can trade cards back and forth, 1 for 1. Sometimes there are some cards that you can just give, okay? And we'll run over those as the effects come up. But now I want to show you something. Go to the very top of your card stack where it says Enhanced Display and has a checkbox. Check that box. You guys see the cards?
Oh.
Fancy.
Now, the enhanced display is individual. You guys don't have to have it on, but with your Destiny cards, you should see them fanned out a little bit, and you can have up to 10 Destiny cards in your hand. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. As we play, you guys will kind of get down the card play as we're going along. So, okay, now I'm going to take off Enhanced Play, and wait. While in Enhanced Play, let's see. Okay, while in Enhanced Play, I want you all to click on your Cosm card or a card. It doesn't matter.
I see the actions are on the left.
In blue, yes.
Yes.
So if you click on that again, it will shrink it back down. Okay? So you can do everything from this module. Erwan, you are the man. Thank you very much. If you ever watch this video, God bless you. This is awesome. Okay, so let's see. That's the card. So everybody should have 4 Destiny cards and 1 Core Earth Cosm card. Does anybody not have that?
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
All good.
All good. Okay, so it's role-playing time. So you guys basically recognize that all of you are Storm Knights. Okay, it's kind of pretty easy to do because one of you is actually wearing... Are you wearing a pair of axes, Peaches?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I have on a bright, khaki fireman's jacket, but it's got the bright stripes of the Notice Me tape, the layers in the dark.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about. Reflective tape.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're observant, She's got a ball cap on that says NYFD.
New York Fire Department. And is carrying at least 2 large bags, one in each hand, one of which has the international sign for first aid on it. And then the other one is a large backpack. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Chris, describe yourself.
Chris is lanky, I'd say, wearing probably a shirt that probably has had better days. Bit of baggy cargo pants. As you know, if you looked at my character image, that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm not sure how to describe that orally.
Hang on just a second, because I think I can help you with that. Let me close
Can you
that.
show
Open that.
some of our pictures that we chose for ourselves?
Let's see. Which one is it? There it is, right there. So I'm going to show players your character. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Thank you.
That's a big old wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, what was Chris when we started? Oh, sorry.
He was an aerospace engineer that's been dragged into the possibility wars, and he's now a psychic pyromancer.
A long-haired geek nerd.
You know, I originally wanted to be an aerospace engineer.
Me too.
Oh,
no, I
cool.
wanted to be an astronaut, and then I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. Ginger, I'm going to show yours off too. I'm going to have to work on getting everybody else's stuff.
She's a 30-something Hispanic woman. She's actually kind of tiny, but she's really condensed. You know, someone who's coiled tightly for all that she's small.
I mean, everyone's a little shorter than me. I'm an elf, so I'm fairly tall.
Yeah.
But she's got dark hair and dark eyes, and she's Hispanic, and there's a peach symbol on her helmet that she has under her arm.
Okay, let's see. Let me try and drag that one
Ew.
in. Okay, hang on just a minute. A peach?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on
That's
just a
her
second.
call sign. Because, she's here to save your ass, not kiss it. And if anybody's familiar with their emoticons, the peach is a butt sign in emoticons.
Okay.
And her call sign from Good Natured Ribbing from her crew back when she was a firefighter in New York, that just kind of stuck.
I do want to say, with that statement about peaches, you would definitely fit in with the ammo troops. They would love that.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I can
I
only
was
do one
talking
at
to some firefighters when I came up with that.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
She is, in fact, got a proper name. Her name is Penny Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to move this over. Okay.
Damn.
Okay, hang on just a second. I'm trying to get the new 3 up because I don't have their sheets completed yet, and I apologize about that. So let's see. And then when your other when you take off your armor, Ross will reveal the other one. I'm loading that one right now, but I'm not gonna show it just yet, out of respect for you. And
yeah, well, I'm ready to be more descriptive. Around to me.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. Rios, we might have a bit of an issue because your anime picture. Hang on just a minute. Okay, I can do both. Good, because I've already got the other one there. So, okay, there's that one. And there's this one, which I'm going to have to scale down really badly. Okay, hang on just a minute. I can do that.
Sorry.
Okay, let me move. Oh. Well, boogers. Okay, so... Oh, would you mind? Okay.
So she's a bit of a cavalier looking.
Yeah. More or less. Is this basically what you wanted, Catherine?
I don't know. I can't see it.
What do you mean you can't see it?
Can't see it.
Try and zoom out.
Yeah, and close some of the other pictures.
Attempting to zoom out. Continuing to attempt to zoom out.
Oh, wait a minute. Why are you not... Okay, okay, find an empty space on the canvas, left click and drag for a moment. Okay, and let it go. And then you should be able to use your mouse wheel to zoom out. No, it's still got your character. Why? No, you okay. I can't get a hold of you. That guy, Connor.
What?
Can you go help your sister out a little bit, please? The controls.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. So that's Ginger and Chris, and this is kind of the description of what the rest of you see. And Artorias obviously is on the left here. You see more or less a robot suit on the other side of them.
I did it!
Yay! All right, that's awesome. Good job. Okay, and then yeah, so you can see what everybody else kind of looks like. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove these if you guys are ready. Unless you want to use them for descriptive purposes, because I'm about to hit up Artorias first.
Yeah. Whatever order you hit to me is fine.
Okay.
I was just ready to give a little description.
Okay. All right. Artorias, let me go ahead and get you real quick.
Okay, what am I describing my character's appearance, or what am I doing?
Do you want to describe anything more than what's in the picture? Oh.
Well, I mean, of course, he's a little bit taller than he is in the picture. For the most part, he doesn't have a sword. He said has a short bow on his back.
And a battle axe.
And he does have a battle axe. It's kind of on his hip in the picture. It looks like a battle axe at least. But
oh, it does.
For the most part, that's kind of his appearance. He's a bit more in awe of like his surroundings, that kind of stuff. So he's,
Well, this
You're in this. You're
that's kind of
in
him.
airplane terminal. Yeah, doesn't get much more sterile and cattle moving than that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He's most likely definitely like wow, I've never seen a place like this before. But
Okay.
yeah, he's definitely out of place in this situation, but
He probably finds it a bit offensive, in fact.
Certainly.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. If you're ready, I'm going to take off your picture.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to go to, since Ross has more description to do and a nice picture to show, I'm going to try and clear some space so that we can put that other picture up beside it, if that's where you're going. Is that right, Ross?
Yes.
Okay. Then Rios, do you have anything else to kind of describe about your character, or about Andon for that matter?
Well, my coat is supposed to be green rather than red and brown, but other than that, that's pretty accurate for my appearance.
Okay, including the hat? Yeah, including the hat. Look at that.
Including the hat.
Okay.
As for Andon, he's got one small little scar on the side of his mouth.
Okay.
On the right side. There we go. On the right side.
Gonna have to hear that story later. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
Okay, anything more?
His outfit is a lot simpler than mine. You know, mine's got all the frills and ruffles and the fur and the feathers and stuff like that. He's just basically got a plain shirt and a common coat.
Okay.
He's not dressed to the nines like I am.
Okay, so this is the first time that we've had a follower in the game. Andon is just basically another person that follows Rios, and she is in charge of like 90% of what Andon does or says or spends or rolls or anything like that. But if I need to for a certain purpose, I will turn Andon from a follower to a babysitter for a moment, but I will do everything in my power. I will do everything in my power to not use him as a babysitter NPC. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for me to?
It's kind of what I was, bringing him along for too. To drag us out of trouble at the last second.
If he can do that, we'll figure that out. But you'll have to ask questions for him too, just in case he does need to do that, because I may not think of it. So, in fact, I probably won't think of it. So, are you ready for me to take your pictures off so that we can finish with Nightbird? Okay. All right. So. Okay, Ross, are you ready for me to put up the picture, or do you have a preamble first?
No, go right ahead, and then I'm gonna go into it.
Okay, let me get that open, and now I've got to find her. There she is. Okay, that's not the full size, though. I thought I uploaded... Oh, I did upload the full size. Hang on. Oh, get back there. Okay, my computer's getting touchy, so hang on just a second. Touchy. Why are you all the way up there? Okay, I'm going to set that there, and there we go. Oh, that would be why. Good Lord, that's huge.
Yeah, well, it was from Art Station, so someone...
Cool.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull this down so that I can... And no, she's not going to remain like that. I just got to get her in shape. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Nightbird is obviously a female dressed in samurai armor. The armor looks very high tech. It is more black with like light gold trim. It has signs of obvious battle recently. Probably, for several days. It hasn't been cared for as it probably should be due to whatever circumstances Nightbird has been in. Her face is not fully exposed. She's wearing a mask similar to the first picture over her face. Mask / helmet to not only protect her head but her identity. And she has the pair of swords on her hip, as well as another katana on her back and a rifle slung on her back. The sword on her back looks like a fancier katana. It's the electric katana that she has. And the pair on her hip is probably her family swords.
Okay, so you did decide you're going to go ahead and carry your Daisho and your electric katana.
Yes.
Okay, top notch. Now I know.
technically the electric one works when it's not powered as a normal katana, but as tradition and family, she'd be wearing her paired swords unless otherwise needed. So for now, I'm just gonna roll with it, and so she's wearing all that. And she looks very very athletic, like she knows, like she's wearing the armor, like she knows what she's doing, and she bows, and it says, I'm called Nightbird. And the other picture, the one in the bodysuit, is what she would be wearing when she's not in her armor. Being basically like a ninja form.
Okay, so
Cool.
so the one on the left-hand side is not the Eon Gosoku, which is the armored suit. That's just
that'd be more like a ninja armored suit, because that's not really samurai armor.
true. So then the one on the right, is that the Eon Gosoku?
For now it's probably gonna be.
Okay.
Until I find something that I like better. And that one's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that one's gorgeous.
Dynamic pairs. But the armor is more black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the Nightbird.
Now, if we can ever find a proper token for this character, well, I will be very happy.
Well, I'm intending to ask someone to draw her.
Okay.
Possibly, if I stick around long term.
Okay.
So
that sounds great. Let's do that. Okay. Is it all right if I take these two images off and drive on? Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you're standing there in the airport. You all know what each other looks like now, and it's pretty straightforward that everybody but Andon among you five are among you six are Storm Knights. Andon is an Ord, so he literally cannot move out of Core Earth and into someplace else for 24 hours, or else he will dissolve. Because when he travels between realities, he loses his reality, loses all of his possibility energy, and it takes 24 hours for him to build up before he can go again. So what we're gonna do with that, Kat, is if you lose Andon temporarily because he's got to stay behind someplace, you will get him back, at that 24-hour mark in the new realm. He'll just kind of show up. Okay, that's what the rules are for follower anyway. So, fair enough. Kat?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Okay, Ginger, do you kind of want to brief these guys about the warehouse, or do you want to go to bed? It's only about 40 minutes until we're supposed to be done for the evening anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Chris. I would have told him everything.
Okay.
But I'll say it again. We got called here on a mission by the Delphi Council to solve a grisly murder. There's a warehouse nearby with a crime and a house with a crime scene, both of which we need to get to. But one of the dead was a tall, furry thing that we've had run-ins with before. And I'm thinking we might need more firepower if we run into such things again.
Wait, Jin, are you talking about a werewolf?
Yes.
Oh no.
You were talking about a warehouse.
My mission has brought me into strange circumstances and meeting interesting new people. So I do not know where this will lead, but my swords are at your service.
Accepted with relief. Would you care to come along with us? I say, looking at the rest of you.
Oh,
Of
yes,
course.
yes.
And Don?
Of course.
Okay.
By the way, I never introduced myself, did I? Yes, I'm Artorius Scalte of the Six Hours, but never mind that. What are your names? What do you do? Where do you come from? What language do you speak? Sorry, rambling. I apologize. Too excited. Sorry.
He
Did it
rolls.
break onto
You are
Elvin?
very educated. Calm yourself. Center.
Sorry. I'm a little new at this. I apologize.
I don't mind. I'm Christopher Cross. Call me Chris. And I'll offer out my hand to shake.
I take your hand with both hands. Pleasure to meet you. Just you can call me Artie or Torius, whichever you want to call me. Just or Elf, whichever you prefer.
Until I get your name, I probably will be accidentally calling you Elf.
That's fair. I get that a lot.
And I'm Penelope Gonzalez. Call me Peaches.
Oh, lovely nickname.
I smile in a not quite more of a baring of teeth, but yeah, I'm pleased.
Now, Rios, I've got a question for you. You have your intention. Your first intention, according to the story, was to get these to Artorius and Nightbird out of Aurorsh to save people and everything like that. But you wound up going through the very dim thread tree that you wanted to get rid of them through. And now you're here. Does that cause you to be miffed, or do you just take it in stride?
I just take it in stride. Weird stuff happens to me all the time in the process of dealings like this.
Okay. So, in other words, you're not angry, you're not put out, you're just kind of here. Maybe even happy about it, I don't know. Okay, so any further introductions?
I never introduced myself, did I?
There you go.
All right. With a bit of a flourish and a curtsy, I say, greetings to all. I am Sriosi Ravadia Niato Imanel, at your service. And from right behind me, Andon says, her name is Rios, and I'm Andon. Nice to meet you.
Wait, is her name this long, fluent, that weird-sounding one, or is it Rios? Like, what? Conflicting story right
Do you
there.
actually ask that?
Yes.
Do all humans have such a long
Cheerfully,
name?
I just reply, yes. I reply quite cheerfully, yes, and do not elaborate.
Nightbird says, you all complicated names. So,
Is my name complicated? I don't think my name is very complicated.
No.
I think it's simple.
it just reminds me of family.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I apologize. I'm sorry.